Hi everybody, Chapter 2 hiking here again. Well, at least part of Chapter 2 hiking. So I wanted to, we talked all summer long about doing some gear reviews. And one thing when we got started that was extremely helpful to us was watching, gear reviews on certain things that people purchased, whether they were trying to stay on a budget or they were, spending the least amount they could, or they were buying more expensive things because they felt like, those things weren't gonna, they were gonna, last and not, break down or whatever might happen. And just so that you know, a little shout out to three people that we watch all the time: Syntax, Frozen, and Dan. And Dan's with Adventures of Backpacking. They do great gear reviews. They do fantastic gear reviews. So if there's something you're looking for or whatever, you certainly should look at them or watch their gear reviews. They do them over all kinds of things. So anyway, so we've been talking about doing this for a long time, and we just haven't had time. We didn't quit actually doing overnighters until the middle of November. So our fall weather was pretty good. So we took advantage of the nice weather and we just kept hiking. So we just haven't had a chance. But now it's 30 degrees outside and it's just a good opportunity to do a gear review. So what we're going to do is we're going to review over our cook system. So our cook stove is a Petforu. So, and that's spelled Petforu. So it's kind of an all-in-one unit here. So you have small pot, our cook stove. You have a stand for your fuel canister. And then you have the bigger pot and the carry bag. So this has really worked out very nice for us. The big stove here is it's on the inside here. It's 800 milliliters or 24 ounces. And it just works perfect for coffee, for ramen noodles, for heating up water to put in a meal, whatever. It's got some rubber coating on the handles here so they don't get hot. So that's nice. And then this is the cup. So, and then what we do is we just put it on top of there when we're trying to boil water. Obviously works out pretty good. So we bought this whole system, the pots, the actual stove itself, and I've got a fuel canister here. I'm just going to put it on there to show you what it does. But you just simply take this, and most of you guys know how to have done this before, but anyways, we bought this for $27.98. It was the whole thing, the two pots, the actual stove, the carrying case for the stove, as well as the stand for your fuel container. So, and this stand actually is really cool. It's kind of saved our butts a couple times when it was really windy. It certainly stabilizes your canister. So a canister just fits right. Well, of course I can't get it to do it when I'm trying to. Fits right in there, just like that. And then of course you set it down. These just fan out like so. And then you take so you can put the pot on it. All right, and very easy to operate. You have, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you have this little thing here. This turns your gas on. So you just literally just turn the gas on and push the button. And there you go. So we really enjoyed this. It's been very durable. It's been reliable. It was inexpensive. However, the only complaint, and this has nothing to do with the stove, is one thing we noticed when we did our last overnighter. It got pretty cold at night. When we got up that next morning and we were starting to make coffee, these fuel canisters are certainly temperature You know, there's, I mean, if it gets too cold, because it produces cold when you're burning it, they don't necessarily always burn as well during the summertime. You can get some spitting and that kind of thing. That has nothing to do with the cook stove. That's just FYI. When it gets too cold, it's hard to use them. Matter of fact, we follow a girl hiking with braids, and she's still on the AT trying to complete it before Christmas or before the end of the year even. And she's quit cooking simply because she couldn't get the fuel canister to work properly. So that's just one thing, you know, FYI. Anyway, so that's the cook system as far as our stove and that kind of thing. We also got these. Now, these are new to us. We've only used them one time, but we bought some bamboo spoons and forks just to be, you know, eco-friendly. We didn't care for them. And the reason we didn't care for them is because everyone who backpacks knows how hard it is to clean stuff when you're on the trail. And obviously they suggest that you don't dip your forks in the stream and all these kinds of things. So we were having some issues with keeping them what we would have considered clean. So we bought these titanium sporks. They are small. I know that a lot of people have the big long-handled ones. I personally don't care for those. They do have a bottle opener on them for, you know, whatever reason you might need that. I don't know very many people carrying bottles on the trail, but however, it's there. These are made from Finesse City Sports. They were $20 for the pair. They'll last forever. They're titanium. Very, very light in weight. And they're just a better alternative, I think, than the bamboo ones we started off with. It was a good quality. It's you know, this, you can just wipe it off and, you know, you're good. You could even use the sanitary wipe and wipe these off. Whereas with the bamboo or even wood, it's not the same. So we changed, went to these. These are great. So the other thing we have, and I know that ultralighters are going to start cringing when they hear my gear reviews over the next week or week and a half, because we're not ultralighters. However, we're mindful of the weight. We're just not ultralighters. And I know a lot of ultralighters, you know, and a lot of people in general just don't like things hanging off the back of their packs. However, we found these cups. They got a carabiner on them. They fit right on the outside of my pack. So if I want a cup of coffee for lunch or whatever, I don't have to go dig into the bottom of my pack to get my cup. We really like these. We started with the collapsible cups. And what we don't like about these is they're very unstable. So if you have coffee in them or whatever, and of course they pop out, they don't stand up very well. I mean, if you're gonna hold on to it, it's fine. But once you set it down, the base isn't very big. They're just pretty flimsy. We didn't care for that. We still carry them, or we'll carry the bowls anyway, maybe not so much the cups. But this is what we started with, and it was fine. We found these and graduated to these. We really like the carabiner, having them, you know, outside the pack where they're, you know, you can get to them. You don't have to go digging for, you know, years. But anyway, these are stainless steel cups. They cost us $16 for the pair. They're made by a company called Finex, and we've really enjoyed them. I mean, they don't rust. I mean, you know, obviously they're stainless steel. No, they're put together extremely well. We've enjoyed them. So that's, you know, just what we use. It doesn't mean anything. Then, of course, we have the silicone bowls. We do like these. These are great. The bowls are 27 ounces. They cost us $19 for the pair. This has been a great investment. The silicone, they wipe out real nice and easy. I have a little bit of the hiccups, and I apologize for that. but they're durable, and they've worked extremely well. So we enjoy these. I would certainly highly recommend these. So the cups are 9-ounce cups, the silicone cups. They cost us $8.98 for a pair. You know, they're worth having. They don't weigh anything. If you wanted to, like, you know, brushing your teeth and you just wanted to wash your mouth out or something like that, they're perfectly, you know, good for that. But a lot of camp spots, as most of us all know, don't have tables, you know. So it's just something that, you know, we've decided that just wasn't very, it just, you know, just wouldn't stand up. Okay, so the last thing we carry in our cook set is something we did not buy. It's actually something that Johnny made. So this thing has really proven to be a killer thing to have. So basically what it is just what we put our food in so that it can steep. So it's just made out of cloth. She sewed it, but it's got batting in it, so it keeps the heat in. This has been, we've seen so many other things you could use, and we, of course, for those of you that don't know, we dehydrate all of our own food. So we don't buy like the Mountain House, you know, meals and all that kind of stuff. So we have our food in plastic reusable containers, or we just recently had bought some silicone bags that we're going to try next season. I'm not going to do a review on those today because we haven't used them yet. But anyway, so the point is they will fit right in here, and then, you know, it keeps the heat in and helps the food to, you know, hydrate and be ready for us to eat. I'm not real sure how much the fabric was, but I'm going to guess, knowing Johnny, that this is probably under $2. It was very easy to make, and it's proven to be and it weighs nothing. So it's proven to be a great tool for us to have. So that's what we have in our cook set. I'm going to continue to do some gear reviews. We're going to review our tent, our sleeping system, that type of thing. Some of the things that we bought that didn't work, you know, not that they're not good products, they just didn't work for us. The only thing that we purchased that somewhat failed was we, of course, bought the Sawyer Squeeze Mini. The filter's been great. I mean, no issues with that whatsoever. The bag didn't last 2 days, the bag that they sent with it. We bought a silicone bag and we screwed the squeeze on that, and that's been fine. The filter has been fine. I backwashed it one time when we hadn't used it for a little over 30 days. You know, it's been great. No issues with that. Just the bags are just not any good. And I've heard a lot of other people say that. So this isn't probably anything new. The other thing is that one thing we've not done all year or throughout the summer when we're producing these videos is ask people to subscribe. And I'm not real sure why we didn't do that, but we haven't. So, however, this channel is not only about backpacking, hiking, and that type of stuff outdoors, but it's also about hiking in your late 40s and early 50s. And the fact that it can be done. If you're passionate about something, no matter what your age, you can do it. I mean, I'm 51, Johnny's 49. You know, we have put a little over 400 miles on this summer. Above, I think when we added up, it was 40,000 plus something in elevation gain. So, you know, it can be done. And we have a passion for it. We've really built a passion for it this summer. We are actually going to sit down in the next couple of days and start to plan out our next year. We have committed to do the Appalachian Trail in 2022. We will be doing southbound. So we're going to start at Katahdin in Maine, go all the way to Springer. Our goal for that is to do it in 6 months-ish. But we are certainly looking forward to it. However, next summer we have some big expectations for ourselves, just to kind of keep building up to get ready to do the AT. So we're going to sit down and try to kind of hone that in a little bit so that we can bring that forth to the people that have been watching us on the channel. We don't have a lot of viewers, but the viewers that we've had have been very friendly and very nice, and we certainly appreciate that. So if you want to know about hiking and you want at least some honest gear reviews of gear that we've used, 4, 5, 6 months now, please feel free to subscribe, hit that bell notification so you know when we send new stuff out, and please feel free to comment. We hope to film while we're on the AT, and be able to bring something maybe a little bit different than what's always out there, but we'll see. It's hard to do that on the trail, of course, but we have committed to make sure that we can, keep the people that are watching us at least abreast of what we're doing and how things go. So you know what? Thanks for coming along for our gear review ride. It was a lot of fun, and I'll see you next time.